Welcome back to another Moon or Dust episode 30, dude. 30. I love the intro, man. Thank you, Peyton, for putting that together for us. Let's get rich. I agree, dude. I don't know what this means. Hopefully it's not a bad word, DJ. How you doing, sir? It's actually been a minute since we've spoken. We've a bit in DMs, but we haven't been in on voice chat in a minute. How you doing?
Oh, what's up?
Did you not hear a word I just said?
Yeah, I did. You're like, yeah, we haven't been on voice chat in a minute. Yeah. Sorry, I was like, whatever. Yeah. Dude, the past 10 days have just been brutal for me, IRL. I've been going through it. And yeah, the market being as shit as it is doesn't really help the case. I mentioned earlier before we hopped on that it feels like we're gonna be here forever. And yeah, it's weird because I just I don't know. This I felt like maybe this market was different. Maybe we were going to be richer faster, but it seems like we're going to be here forever.
It's definitely slower. We're in a slow period right now. It tends to happen with the summer. It's rough because a lot of the big traders I follow on the timeline are completely divided. Some of them are saying like we're about to nuke to 40K. Some of them are saying we're going to all-time highs. And I don't know, you kind of just got to mute it all out and just, I don't know. If you plan to hold long term, just it doesn't matter which direction we go, right?
No one knows. That's the thing. It's
Yeah.
like it and what always happens when I see stuff like that is if like I'm invested, so like I want my bags to go up. So whenever I see someone and they're like, "No, we're going to 40K," I'm just like, "Fuck this guy." And then if we're going, if someone's like, "Oh no, we're about to imminent breakout," I'm like, "Yeah, I want to be like following this dude." So yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think what the thing that would have made me feel better is if when we were at like 3,800 ETH and then like around 70K Bitcoin, I just wish I would have taken a little bit more off the table. I do have a lot of stables, which I'm going to hold on to. And if we just absolutely die to whatever it is, like just terrible, 40K or something Bitcoin, then I'll buy.
What would
But
you buy? Bitcoin?
yeah, I think I would. I think if I were going to deploy stables, if we died, I'd put it into Bitcoin mostly, and then some Solana if it got like really bad. If Solana went to like 80, 90, $100, like if it went below what it just did. But otherwise, I'm just going to hold the stables because I just have so much crypto. Like I don't really
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah, it's
What
good
about
to it's
you?
kind of like having money in the bank, right? It's instead of being in your bank, it's in stables, but it's good to have a reserve that you don't have to YOLO it into crypto every time you go down.
Yeah.
We in Web3 we tend to be like you have to buy every dip, you have to, but it's like at one point you do have a lot of exposure. Um, yeah, no, I'm saying I wouldn't say a crazy amount of stables, but a decent amount. And yeah, if we were to have it would need to be a really good dip around the levels you said. Basically, Solana sub 100, Bitcoin. If Bitcoin went to like 44, it would suck for the rest of my portfolio. But I do believe long term. I mean, there's a lot going on right now. I don't know if you saw the whole. I hope YouTube isn't banning these words like they used to ban
Just say just
the C
like
word, but the monkeypox. The
yeah.
monkeypox going around is kind of scaring some people. I think it's so overblown, dude. They're just. I hope it's not like a thing to mess with the elections where they're like everybody has to stay home and you got
Of
to vote
course it
from
is.
home and all that would be disgusting, dude. I ain't staying home. I ain't wearing no mask. Even though in Canada we were way harsher than a lot of places in America. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely one of those things where everyone's going to be like, "Oh no." But yeah, there's a couple things. There's the that situation. Then you have we could pull it up on Polymarket or whatever, but um the election itself, and then the war in Israel and Iran, and obviously in Russia and Ukraine. And the fact that every single time an address that has Bitcoin that's owned by any government, whether it's the US or Germany or anything. So it's just like there is all this bearish stuff, but at the same time, it's like institutions are buying Bitcoin, we have so much bullish stuff about like MasterCard partnering with MetaMask. And so it's just like, I don't know, it feels like there's just so much going on. And I just can't, if you were, here's my thing. I feel like with all of this stuff going on, I feel like we should be at like 80K. Like, I don't feel like we should be.
No, I don't feel that way. I think like there's a lot of okay, the stock market's still going up, so it sucks that we're not following it.
That's
But
what
I
I'm
feel
saying.
we don't have enough. Yeah, I guess with the when you think of like the ETFs and the people buying in, maybe. But if we shot up to 80K right now, like we wouldn't be able to sustain it.
Yeah, true.
The
But
retail isn't here. The FOMO isn't here. We're not risk on. We're not printing. Like, where's the money coming from outside of the institutions?
true. But yeah, like just with all the ETF inflows and just like cycles and that kind of thing, dude, like we should be at 80K and the election coming up, like we should be at 80K.
Yeah, the
But
inflows haven't been that crazy recently. It's been
right.
we went from like at one point we were at 400 million a couple days in a row, and we've had five. I want to say 5 days in a row where it's been sub 100 million. So one day 11 million. Although they for some reason they don't have any IBIT in here in this day, but some days negative. So yeah, it hasn't been crazy. How's ETH doing? Yeah, ETH is about the same. Some days positive, some days negative. But no crazy inflows. Excuse me. That would moon the market out of nowhere. The volume isn't high enough to moon the
Yeah.
market. DJ saying, "Is there monkeypox?" Yeah, it's out of Africa. And then Mario yesterday reported like they found it in America, which it's not shocking. Scamala, yeah, I agree. Another disease to scare people. I think we run up to 80K very quickly in September or early October. I agree with that analysis, sir. Screenshot this. Well, I'll rewatch the stream and screenshot it, sir. Warren Buffett should buy up Bitcoin. I agree. Go buy some Bitcoin and some Tesla or something, man. Get with the new age. Buy what the kids are buying. September bullish. Yeah, I hope September, like mid to late September, if not October, I think is going to be where the bullishness comes in. And then this is what you were mentioning, Ash, with the Kamala's odds being like, to me, I don't want this to always turn into like a political thing, but it amazes me how, like, whenever I talk about somebody who wants to vote for Kamala, and they do exist, obviously, with these stats, it's not that they want to vote for her, it's that they want to vote against Trump, which when I ask them any of her policies, nobody can give me a single answer. And it's like, and this is something I was thinking about today because some of the traders I follow, I replied on a trader I like. He's really good, and he thinks we're going to pump from here. And I made a comment, which I guess can be understood like I was trolling him. And some people were like trying to pile on in my comments. And he was saying we're going higher. And I was like, wow, people would vote against their own bags just to see some person on the internet they've never met be wrong and be able to shit on that dude. And it's like, I feel like these elections are the same thing. It's like you're going to vote for somebody who doesn't have your best interests at heart, who like has no doesn't care about you. If you just look at the state of things now and in like California and all, it's going to be more of that, if not worse. Like, dude, in Canada, things are getting crazy. The immigration policies in Canada that they're trying to introduce, they want to go for tier 4 and tier 5 citizens, which is like no high school education needed. Literally just anyone. Like, we'll take anyone. It's insanity. And we're being held hostage. There's like this political maneuver. We can't call a snap election because one of the parties, the guy's just staying there so he can get his pension. If he hits a certain date, he gets a lifetime pension. So he's basically holding Canada hostage under the worst conditions we've ever had, just so he can get his personal pension. Like, it's insanity to me, dude. But I don't want this to get too political. If you want to see your bags go up, please hit the like button, especially for YouTube. They switched the algorithm. I don't know if you noticed on YouTube now, you don't see views anymore for videos, at least on mobile. All you see is likes. So they put a lot of importance on likes. So if you guys can hit the like button, it's really going to help our stream grow. More people find out about crypto and NFTs. More people are going to buy your bags, dude. We're bringing in your exit liquidity. So hit that like button. What else do we have? So you mentioned whenever a big account sells crypto. This week we had the U.S. government transfer some money. The funny thing is, they just like maybe they do sell, but they have a contract or like some legal thing where they have to custody the money with someone and they have to move it around every X years or days or whatever it is. So this is just normal that they're moving it to, it's probably just Coinbase custodying the money for them. But for some reason, whenever people see this, they want to front run the dump and they end up causing a dump themselves, which sucks. But this week we had bullish news, dude. We had the PPI, which is for the producers, and then which usually gives us a signal for CPI. And then the CPI data came in lower than the estimates. So that was great. The stock market's mooning. Everything's mooning except for us, unfortunately. But it does seem more than likely that we're going to get a rate cut. I know there's still like the camp of people who think the FOMC meeting is in 33 days. There's still the camp of people who think we're going to get a 50 basis point rate cut or like a double cut. The odds right now do show that we're going to most likely get a 25 basis point. And I think I don't see any reason why it should be a 50 basis points. Like that would be too extreme. I understand the argument that they've waited too long to cut, but still, I don't think they're going to do the double cut. I think that'd be jumping too much, and they have to keep up like this allure that they're in full control. So I'm not convinced the double cut's going to happen. What else do we got on the document here? We got, I had seen this. You added to the doc here. MasterCard is doing a debit card with MetaMask. Is this something you would ever use? Would you ever link your crypto account with MetaMask? I guess you just control how much money you put in that card, right?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I would use this for sure. I think this is awesome. Honestly, I think with all the stuff that's going on, I think that this was kind of overlooked. Like, I didn't see a ton of people talking about this yesterday. I would totally use this.
It sounds like a nightmare for taxes, dude.
The question that I would ask is if it's a debit card, so it says enable spending, but could I also go put it into an ATM and pull out cash?
It's a debit card, I assume, yeah.
If that's the case, dude, yeah, I would definitely have a wallet and I would only load. So I did see some people that they were talking about it and they were like, yeah, this is a great idea, but you would have to KYC. And it's like, so what? Like, who cares? You just basically go out. And yeah, I get it that wallets are going to be connected and everything, but just everyone's KYC'd in one way or another. Just go out, get, from your exchange, send it to this. And then instead of having to go and move the money to your debit card, you could just link it. And that way it doesn't have to like ever touch your bank. I don't know. I like it a lot. I think it would be so sick. I would use it all the time.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've looked into it. I think I have some Canadian companies that do this. There's like ShakePay. They're trying to become a bank. So they want you to leave your money in the account. There's actually a mint going on right now that people are looking at. Okay, I don't think it's tradable, but this decimated thing on Solana is a minting. I'm not sure which. I think I have whitelist. I just don't know which wallet I submitted. We're going to get into the whole NFT side of things. Yeah, no, but I agree with you, dude. I think, we need these tools and these products if we want people to join the cycle here. Yeah, I see in Gorilla Labs, people are talking about decimated. But yeah, I don't think it's tradable right now. I believe it's half a sol to mint or a sol. Do I have it here? Here's the launch pad. How many have minted so far? 44% is minted. It's 0.55 Solana to mint, so $76. You can mint 10 in public. Wow. And 2 during the whitelist phase, which is going on for another hour and 15 minutes. Hopefully the floor price doesn't get decimated, and hopefully this thing manages to mint out.
That was funny.
That was good, eh? Yeah. What else do we have this week? Dude, you know what's funny? It feels like so long ago, but Elon returned to Twitter. I guess because it was Trump returned to Twitter. I guess because it was last weekend, it does feel long ago. I know it's like 4 days ago. But dude, it feels like it was 2 weeks ago. That's what's crazy. It feels like it was really long. So he's returned to Twitter. He did the spaces with Elon Musk. To be honest, I didn't listen. Like, they had some troubles. I tuned in for the first probably 20, 30 minutes. I know a lot of people were on Pump Fun trying to buy coins. And I guess we can get into the state of Pump Fun now. I thought I had put a tweet aside, but I can't seem to find it now. Oh, here it is. Boom. Pump Fun data. Yeah, I know you had one as well. I could pull up your tweet as well. Basically, yeah, there's like 16,000 tokens launching per day. This is before the Trump thing, so I think it went up significantly. 175 of them made it to Radium, and those numbers went down significantly as well, right?
Yeah. So basically, the situation that's going on right now is that we are just having this over dilution of coins because of how easy it is to launch. And I think you know that. I think a lot of people know that. And I think it's just crazy how few are hitting Radium, and then how few, once they hit Radium, are actually going over 100K. And I'll just say this, like, if you're trading sub 50K market cap meme coins, just good luck to you. Like, what I normally do now is, like, I'll wait until something gets to 150K, 200K, and people are talking about it and I'm seeing it around, because it is brutal. It is so tough. And I do think that meme coins and the market overall has just gotten way harder. I think we've seen that. I feel like that has happened, and you've been here just as long as I have. And I feel like it has just progressively gotten harder and harder to make money as time goes on in every different sector. In NFTs, it was like you get whitelist, you flip, you make 20K. Like in ordinals, the first couple ordinals that we saw, the same thing. You got whitelist or you bought it, they went up crazy. And now meme coins, it's like earlier in March, things just went insane. Same thing with Web3 gaming, like the first web, grapes and then all that. And now we're seeing it again in this lull. But I don't think meme coins are dead. And I think that anybody trying to say that meme coins are dead is just coping, because they want them to die, but they won't.
Yeah. I think what happens is there's the first people who get in, they typically make a lot of money. And then there's kind of a tail. So the first one always does well, which we'll look at the Tron one soon. But the first one of something always does well. We saw this with the first base meme coins, right? Ball did really well. And then it's kind of like, how long is this game going to last, right? How long is the tail going to be here? Because the first one always does really well. And then there might be a lot. And for meme coins, it did well for a long time, right? Pump Fun was absolutely crushing it. And now it's kind of really slowed down. Here was your tweet with better stats. So 21,000 tokens have launched in the last 24 hours, 209 graduated, and then only 20 make it over 250K. And Pump Fun absolutely killing it. I have their revenue here for the, now you can see it slowed down. Now they're down to 10. But I mean, they're still crushing it. Fees in the last 7 days, $8 million, like absolutely killing it. In the last 30 days, they've made $30 million. Insane. I hear you say their lifetime is $90 million. I'm sure now it's probably closer to 100 now since you tweeted. But yeah, it's been going insane. And I am seeing this narrative. I mean, I watched like guys like Crypto Banter and all, they're kind of saying, oh, the meme coin cycle is topped here. Like looking at the fee chart and what's going on with meme coins, it's topped here. I think, for the time being, it does feel like that with Pump Fun. I have I know in your server, in my server, we have like crews who they kind of spend their days in the trenches looking at these new launches and stuff. And it's getting harder and harder. Things are dying very quickly. Even like in Pastel Alpha, I saw Cooker posted like, the calls, be careful with the calls. Things are dying a lot faster. Pretty much if you don't see it within the first 30 seconds, like you should maybe avoid it. But yeah, it's getting a lot harder. I do not think I think meme coins are the main character of the cycle. They will continue. We're just in a lull. And I think one of the reasons this happened is because of the Trump Elon Twitter spaces. What tends to happen with these events where everybody's expecting, we saw this as well with the what's the RNC or whatever, the Republican convention. Everybody was like, yo, Trump is speaking tonight. And they would tune in and they would just trade whatever word that they would say, but there was nothing bullish. There was nothing unique about that. Same thing for the spaces. They were like, yeah, token, because Elon kept saying yeah 50 times. Was
Yeah.
people like, this is the one? Like, why? Like, it's people forcing a narrative versus something naturally happened. Think of like the Nairo dog when she posted Nairo. That was out of nowhere. Nobody expected that to happen. That wasn't a forced narrative. It just happened, and people were like, "Oh, yo, it's the next Doge," and they, of course, they made up a narrative, but it wasn't like we're all looking for a narrative. Whenever you go looking for it, or you're like, "Oh, this event's going to be crazy. There's going to be so many meme coins." Everybody's just there, and nobody cares about these coins. There isn't something that people are going to adopt on the timeline. Like, nobody's going to be like, "Oh, Elon said yeah a lot during the spaces. Okay, this is the next meme coin going to 100 mil." No, nobody gives a shit. So I feel these forced narratives, and because a lot of people tuned in and a lot of people were on Bullex and they had a negative experience, that kind of, started this narrative of like, oh, meme coins are hard and meme coins are dead and everything sucks because nothing's going up. But it's like, it wasn't supposed to go up. He's posting while we're on the spaces.
Yeah.
So I just saw a post from Ash.
Yeah. I just saw that. Well, and I actually kind of wanted to bring that up too, which was I mean, we're gonna talk about it at
I
a
didn't read it.
different
Which coin was it? I mean, we can get into the meme coin stuff now. I
Well,
assume it was a meme
it was
coin,
the
right?
ordinal. It was that ordinal project that I just saw, and I just like so happened to see it in the corner of my eye while we were talking. But it was that FTW ordinal. But yeah, like everything that you're saying is also true when it comes to like all of that shit. And I think people just want like these events to happen, like they want these big things because they remember the situation where Trump's ear got shot, and then when that happened there was a meme coin like the ear stays on, and that went to 20-30 million or something. And I think that people just want that stuff. So now anytime there's like an event or anything that happens, people are just like, I need to sit on pump fun. And it's like it's the same thing with like holiday coins, because I feel like holiday coins, when people are like, oh, let's make an Easter coin, or Halloween, or like Christmas, and it's like that stuff is only good for potentially like an hour, because nobody's going to be trading a Christmas coin and care about it after Christmas. And I think it's the same thing here, where unless somebody has a catchphrase, and I get it, like Elon was saying yeah a lot, but that was so stupid. The fact that that's what came out of it and that's what was doing well was very dumb.
If Trump would have messed up a word and said like Kofefe or something, like that one thing he tweeted that one time, then I understand it. But just regular words, like it's just people looking for, like, he'll be like, where are my Trumpers? And 50 Trumpers tokens will launch and one of them will graduate. But it's not like something substantial that is supposed to take off. Let's continue down the meme coin road, because I do want to get into the NFT stuff. So there's a few meme coins that did do well this week. There was first, so I completely missed this one, but there was this Sato coin, which is kind of the this is the owner of the Doge dog, the new one, like Nairo and Doge.
Yeah.
And dude, I liked the art, like which is cliche to say, but like they did a good job. Like obviously this is AI, but I think they did a really good job of creating this like anime, Studio Ghibli looking universe. So I liked it. And this thing took off, man. It freaking ripped to almost 50 mil. Let's put it to the 1 hour chart. Yeah, I mean, you could have got out above 40 mil. Like this was crazy. In a very low amount of time, man, in a day. It full sent. I completely missed it. I have some friends who were trading it. It was a good swing trade, dude. Last night it went down to 5 mil and then it shot back up to 20. Like, man, some of these coins are great swing trades if you have the balls to do it.
You also have to be watching. So like, I don't know about you, but I always have like 50 different tabs open. And it's like, you do have to keep an eye on stuff, because if there is a coin like this and it does get, like you mentioned, like if it just so happens to get absolutely crushed, if a coin goes from 50 million to 5 and it has over $10 million in volume for the day, like you buy that. And like that's a good bid. I bid Fluffy last night and I ended up making like 5 or 6 soul in just like a short amount of time.
So wait,
And
what was this was it was posted Elon or no, the Doge account that Elon always interacts with posted a picture of this or something? Is that
this was like Grok generated and
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Elon he or quote
Yeah,
tweeted it.
Sir Doge of the coin
Yeah.
made this with Grok, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why it mooned. Fluffy has been the strongest coin out of like all mid caps for the past day. Like it's been doing
On especially on Solana, dude.
yeah, I mean, well, everything, but yeah, definitely on Solana. Like everything on Solana is getting wrecked, and then this has just been like the best play. I bought in at like 7 million last night, and I sold at like 10. But I bought in with like 20 soul, and I just wanted to hit a swing trade, and I did, and I was happy. And then, sure enough, I woke up and found out that it hit 15 to 16 million overnight.
What was the timeline of this? Like, did he launch a coin and then Elon tweeted around here? Or did
I
people
don't
just
know.
not notice it for a while?
Look at the time on the tweet.
Yeah, it's just the time on deck screeners is not correct. That's what
Well,
I'd
you
have.
can change it in the bottom.
Oh no, wait, it is now. Okay, it used to not be correct. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, okay. So it's around when Elon tweeted is here. So it had already started to take off. It's
It was dead. It was it literally went from 100K to 10 million in an hour, or no, not an hour, like a day, like within that same day. And it's like people are like, oh, where's the next 100x? That was quite literally a 100x.
yeah. I wasn't even paying attention to this. And
I
this was
kept,
a pump fun or
yeah, I
Hmm.
kept waiting for the dip and it never came.
Yeah.
That's like the worst part because you never want to top blast, but it's like I just waited for the dip, never came, never got it.
And then we also had look, I didn't get into any of these. Somebody asked me about it. I was like, dude, there's going to be one that takes off, but I don't have the time to look at another chain, man. Especially that it's already a shitcoin itself. But there's a sun pump or whatever this is called. I don't know why it's not loading, but it's basically a new pump fund, but on the Tron chain. And there's also one on Ton, but it has to do with like Telegram stickers. I didn't get into that one either. But on the Tron chain, and then I haven't seen this coin yet, but what's it called? The one you posted?
Sundog.
Okay, I did hear about this one. Yeah, I saw it being posted in a bunch of chats, and it went to 67 million. Currently at 60 million. Let me try to make it easier for you guys to see here. Yeah, currently at 60 million. So this is a token that launched through this app. I don't know why it's not working now, but on the Tron chain, and it was the leader. I mean, if you got in it, you could have made some really good money here. You had time. This is the 1 hour candle, so you had time, and this thing absolutely ripped as the leader. It's funny, dude. On Telegram, I made like a folder with all the coin callers that I actually follow. Maybe some are like muted or whatever, but it's funny, especially when people say like no paid calls, no like cabal shit, but then like 7 of them post the exact same call.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually noticed that too. It's funny that you mentioned that because I had that exact thing happen the other day where I was like, why is everyone pushing Jinin, the cat,
Yeah,
like all at
that's the
the
one I was
same
thinking,
time?
dude. Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, and it was like they were staggered. It was like all within an hour of each other. And it's funny that you say that because I actually noticed the same thing.
Which is fine. I mean, you need people to push a coin, and I have no issue with it. Okay, Octan saying it was an hour plus later for the Elon tweet. He got in at 70K and sold for a loss. Damn, sorry, buddy. Sundog was crazy, listed on Mexi. Yo, Mexi has been quick with the listings lately. Sorry, let me stop covering you there.
No, you're good.
Heard Justin's son is involved. That could be.
It's not confirmed, but this is what CTO should have been, the Radium coin, where like they had that thing where you could launch coins directly from tweets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If there hadn't been that issue where there were two of them and everyone got cooked, that I really do think that that CTO coin would have gone to 20-30 million. And also, if you pull up Sundog again, just yeah, how many holders are there? It says it right there.
2.7
Dude,
thousand.
dude, it was like 1,000 holders last night. Like this was just going up like crazy because the supply is just controlled so much, I suppose.
But good to see. Meme coins aren't dead, guys. Everybody's saying, and that's one thing I want to talk about. The narrative I'm seeing now is like meme coins are dead. People are going to move back to the utility tokens. We're going to have an altcoin run soon. Are people just coping? Are they just like, is this wishful thinking and they're trying to like spark this narrative to pump their bags? Or do you think do you think we're actually due for an altcoin run in the near future?
Altcoins or NFTs?
Altcoin. NFTs in a second, but specifically altcoins. I'm seeing this. Like people are tired of meme coins. They want the utility coins, and we're due for a run here.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know. I would tell you what I want to happen, but I don't really know what's going to happen. So I'm not just going to sit here and pretend like I do.
What do you want to happen?
I want everything to go up. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it just, the thing that sucks is that back in December, we had that run up of everything, and every altcoin has completely retraced or is under where it was prior to that pump in December. And that to me is just crazy, dude. Like, I just can't believe it. I'm down. Dude, I bought a massive bag of Prime. I'm down so bad. I am down, I think, over 50% on Prime and Mog and Brett.
Damn.
And,
Yeah,
and some others.
My Pepe, my Mog, my Mew, they're not 50%, but they're down still, like probably 30%. With size, so it's rough, Yeah, it's rough, but I mean, if you believe in it long term, and that's the beauty of DCAing, right? You don't buy it all in one clip, and which I did. I didn't DCA into these, but I do think Prime. You know what was a good exercise? Which it's either something we're going to do on the channel. If not, maybe I'll just host it, and that way Ashley could be like one of the contestants in it, because it is hard to host and participate at the same time. Is the thing I did yesterday on Alpha Wolves. Where we built our own fantasy card of NFTs, gaming NFTs, tokens, upcoming tokens. And it really made me realize how much garbage is out there and how much stuff I would never touch. And you really have to control what you what you buy for your bags, especially in this cycle. Like it's not 2021 where you could buy anything. So it's a really good exercise to do and kind of compare these coins. But no, I don't think altcoins are due in the short term for a pump. I think we need Bitcoin to be at like 70K, and things need to look bullish again in order for altcoins to start running. I think it's just wishful thinking, and I don't see any reason why one of these narratives would pop off. I am hoping, with Gunzilla and with a lot of these gaming projects that things do start to take off. But I don't think we're out of the woods. I mean, we're potentially about to fall off a cliff here with like everything with the war and the monkeypox and whatever else they're going to try to throw at us. So I don't think we're out of the woods, but it's a good time to be DCAing. I do believe that, and I am going to put a list together of the coins that I actually believe in and what I want to hold for the run. Because by the time I do end up buying, it's just going to be too late. So I don't want that to happen. What else did I have here on the list? I guess we can just jump in straight to NFTs, dude. So NFTs have been catching a bid. We're so back, which is, we were talking about this before the show. Everybody's like, dancing on the grave of meme coins, and NFTs are back. It's really funny. It's really funny seeing people like bull post NFTs and saying, yo, we're so back. This is crazy. I told you. And it's like they're down 90%. And then they get like a little pump. But like, dude, apes are still down from a crazy number. It's great to see them at 12.5 ETH, but they're still down bad. But yes, it is good to see them pumping. They're up from sub 10 to 12.5. We got Pudgies up about 1 ETH. Dude, DeGods have been crushing it, both on Solana and on Ethereum. They were pushing 2 ETH, but currently at 1.86 Sol. I assume that's like 32 Sol or something from 11 Sol. So they have absolutely crushed it. And yeah, we'll talk about like GOAT and stuff like that. But it is nice to see NFTs make a little comeback here. I assume you're still not bidding NFTs though.
Nah, I mean, I'm just not really. I'm not sold on it. Like it just. I don't know. What I did do is I did look at like CryptoPunks. I was looking at CryptoPunks because they didn't really pump that hard, and it got me thinking. Where I was like, okay, there's some volume coming back. What's like the big play that I could make if I really wanted to? And CryptoPunks, the floor is 21 ETH, 56K. And the floor is like actually pretty thin. There's only like maybe 20 until 65K.
Is that's counting their main website?
I'm on their main
Okay,
website.
okay. I
That's like
always
all that
look
really
at
matters.
okay.
But yeah, like I'm on their main website and I'm just kind of looking at them. But yeah, I mean, the issue is that like every NFT basically pumped without any sort of any reason. And they've just been chopping in this range. If you look at like apes, they've been chopping between 8 and 11 or 12 for months. If anything, dude, I'd buy Pudgies. I'd buy Pudgies. Ordinal's got volume too.
That's the thing. Like I think everything kind of got volume, but it when it just bounces with the market, it doesn't really matter. Although meme coins are down here. That's when the big dip happened, and a lot of people were like, "Hey, should I buy NFTs? Should I buy this?" And I was just like, I mean, you could, but I don't see any reason why they would outperform, altcoins or whatever the rest of the bounce back we're going to get from everything. Yeah, I did see what's this FTW thing for the ordinals. This is like a month old, right?
No,
Or no?
this just dropped. It was a degen mint.
Oh,
This was
for
like a
free?
degen. It was $18.
How much is
So
0.0037 Bitcoin? That is $200. Okay, there you go. So a nice little over 10x.
yeah, this cooked. Like this did really well, all things considered.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was cool to see this because in my mind, I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Like this is what puppets did, and I liked it because $18 is not that much.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's what Captain was telling me that this week. He was like, I'm on Catchment. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, I feel like there's going to be a random mint that pops off. I mean,
weird.
hey, maybe if he catches one. But I mean, we're definitely not back. If you look at, the volume still, it's up over the last few days, but we're not back to, bullish times. Yesterday was actually a really good day though. 8 million in volume. But if you look at unique people, dude, there's still less than 3,000 unique. This is on ETH only there, but there's still less than 3,000 unique buyers trading NFTs. So like we are definitely, it's still the same people passing around the hot potato.
Yeah.
Like we're definitely not back, but there are some NFTs doing well. Let me pull it up here. We got the tennis champs. These are the super champs one. I swept 20 of these when they were low, when they were like 0.1, between 0.1 and 0.13. I started talking about them at like 0.07, so I wish I would have bought there. But these are doing very well. They have two really, dude, I play their games daily. I think the airdrop's going to be good. And I like that it's not, how do I view more? I like that, it's good sales. It's not like people dumping into bids, although there are some, it's actual people buying these for the airdrop or because they want to farm the NFT. Another one that is doing really well is Goat Gaming. This one and their reveal. I love their art, dude. And I posted on Twitter saying like, the airdrop's going to be good, and I love the art. I just wanted to show mine because I really like them. And some people were like, "Oh, we buy for the art now." And it's like, dude, I literally just said I expect to receive 5 figures in their airdrop. Like, obviously, I'm not buying for the art. I think the two mistakes people make are buying something long term for the art and buying something as a PFP. That I find that's a mistake. You're tying your whole branding to it. You're spending too much money on it. But the art is dope. Like there is no denying. I mean, it's obviously a personal preference, but I really like these. I think they knocked it out of the park. The retro style, like all the Pokemon cards, the Tamagotchi, the old what's this called, a floppy disk Game Boy, and all. They just really hit it, and I find they look good. And I think the airdrop's going to be good. So I swept 30 of these. I'm up on all of them. I think the highest one I swept was like 0.13. So I'm up on all of them. They were temporarily above 0.2, but there does come a time where the floor gets too high. You know, if it gets to like 0.4, 0.5, you know, I'd be looking to take some profits on some. But I really like seeing these two collections doing well. Another one that I'm holding, which it hasn't had a crazy pump yet. From the lows it did. But from my buying, it hasn't. I got in these at 0.14. It's slowly going up, though. I like seeing that. It's currently, at 0.19 is the Infinigods. I think their airdrop is also in maybe September. I don't know. Maybe if they delayed it. I think it was supposed to be in September. So I like seeing these NFTs, but it's do well. But it shows you the NFTs doing well right now. Yes, we did get a jump in all the PFP ones, but the ones that are actually seeing the good volume, people want to hold them, are the ones that are backed by a token. You still need something behind your NFTs. I do not, and this is my opinion, I could be completely wrong, I do not believe we're in the times where people are going to YOLO their money into a PFP just for the sake of it. I think that can quickly die out versus these ones. When the whole market crashed like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and Bitcoin ran to 49K, like, dude, I was looking to pick up some super champs. They did not dip. They went up.
Yeah.
You know, it's annoying. By the way, have you ever checked Mojo Melee? No, don't, not sure if I know what that is. I'll pull it off screen, but am I being shilled something?
Yeah, the Super Champs is great.
Dude, I think I'm hopeful, dude, that they can hit. I know I work with them. I have no insider info. They cannot tell me if they did, but I hope they get Coinbase because it's one of their investors, and they're like the top 2 games on base. I mean, they're doing super well. So I really hope they get them, which would be great for the airdrop. It would be great for the NFTs. But what's good is their next seasons already have rewards planned, and the rewards are just as good as the first season. So I'm hoping this can be like a Pirate Nation where the NFTs hold up because of the people farming with the NFTs, like me. Like, I literally play daily, and I hope they hold up. Plus, you get a good airdrop, and it's going to keep going for 2, 3, 4 seasons. So I really like that, and I think more games should be doing that. Because it's good for your game, it's good for your metrics, it's good to keep users there. And dude, I'm spending money, and I've spent like $200 on assets in their games, like characters and the passes or whatever, the weekly whatever it's called, those passes in games there. So yeah, I mean, they're getting money out of me, and I'm sure that's really good for their metrics. So but again, it's good to see NFTs do well. There was also, I saw Potter called this one, dude, the Bad Egg Company. Like, this thing pumped from like 0.25, I guess, because they announced their token, or they started posting about their token. Oops, I'm not streaming. Yeah, this one, it did well. It went from like 0.25 to above 0.4. Now it's down a little bit, but this is a legit company. Like, I remember having a call with them over a year ago just to discuss ideas. And they did all the toys for like Among Us and some other big brands. So they're trying to do their own IP. And they announced, or they tweeted about their token. Maybe it was already announced. And that one did well. And then another one is Uprising, which was a free mint. It went all the way to 0.07. And these guys are doing like a gaming chain on top of Oasis, which is a gaming chain. I don't know. I haven't looked enough into this one, but it's cool, you know, seeing a free mint pump. This was actually a beautiful pump here. So really nice to see.
Yeah, that one was cool. Because I know who is handling collabs and stuff for that one. And yeah, that was interesting to me for sure, because I know that they're trying to be like a gaming chain. But I think what I liked to see was that they rolled it out, they did collabs, it was a free mint. It went you know, it was at like 0.02, 0.03. If you had whitelist, you could have held it, gotten, you know, it would have done well. Plus, if you want to hold it long term, you get the token or whatever they're planning on doing with all that stuff. But you also could have played this on secondary. You could have also
Mhm.
just bought these. So I think that's like what I want to see more of. You know,
Agreed.
it's like I want to see more stuff where one, you can sweep things without feeling like you're going to get cooked. And then two, if you do sweep things and you want to hold stuff, kind of like what you were saying earlier, you can do that and you can speculate on a potential token or whatever.
Has there been any? I mean, I know they're doing their own chain. Has there been any talks of an airdrop for their holders? I haven't followed this one enough.
I haven't either.
Okay.
But yeah, I believe that they're having like a token and the NFT is like the access to everything.
Hmm. I want to see what Jesus is playing. Top Solana gamer destroys other Solana game noobs. I want to jump in his game and and wreck him. Um, yeah. So again, good to see these games, these gaming NFTs do well. Uprising, Goat Gaming, Tennis Champs, and hopefully get some more like upcoming. I'm gonna make a video on Monday, but upcoming mints. I think still Jungle is one people should be getting. I think that one's gonna do well. What else? L37 is going to have their Gen 2. Oh, today the game also just announced. I mean, it was known that it was gonna happen. Oops, I'm not streaming again. But they just announced their Gen 2 pre-mint link. So here they're kind of like kicking off. You know, it's going to be a free mint. Their Gen 1 is sitting at. I thought I had it on today. It's currently sitting at 0.92. And they're going to have a Gen 2. So to me, it's like a no-brainer to go get whitelist for this thing or try to get whitelist. The game looks cool, and the mint did well. So I'm trying to get whitelist, trying to lock it down for my people. And I think if you don't have whitelist, definitely try to get it for those 3 games that I just mentioned. And I think I have a couple more on my list, but I'll save that for Monday. But you know what's funny? One thing I wanted to ask you. In crypto, we kind of talk about like the old guard of coins and how, you know, screw Cardano, screw XRP, like nobody wants these things. People are down bad on them. There's a lot of bag holders. Why in NFTs is that not the case? Like, why in NFTs do we always look to, oh, NFT run is coming, let's go buy the blue chips? We look to apes, we look to I wouldn't say pudgies because they've kind of, you know, they've rebranded, they have a new leader. That one I consider not necessarily old guard because they've switched things up. So that one I understand. But why do we always look to the old guard of NFTs versus for crypto and altcoins? We're kind of like, yo, I don't want that old stuff. I want the new coin that's gonna pump.
I think it's just because it's harder for I think it's harder for NFTs to get a community than meme coins. I feel like a meme coin community can spring up super quick.
Hmm.
Whereas an NFT community, like it almost takes a little bit of time.
Hmm.
Like if you think about it, this fluffy coin built a community in less than 24 hours of a lot of people. But with NFTs, it's almost like you have to constantly be like you have to be trying to curate that community. And it takes time.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah. And then I did want to talk about this one thing. Speaking of old NFTs, and look, there's a ton of these we can do, but I saw Kyung's posted about like a lot of people were bringing up this project called Olive X, and Kyung's kind of posted, you know, hey, what we should have done or what the team should have done better, even though he was like a big supporter of it. And he kind of just gives, you know, a list of stuff. And then I saw some people like Ryan here said Kyung's prepping his followers for his eventual rug. Yeah, I think there's a lot of these projects that they just kind of people forgot about or they just took the L on. I had tagged also Alex Taji, the dude from. So this all started with ETH Apple posting about like, hey, remember Olive X? What happened here? They raised like a ton of money. I don't know if they ever actually delivered any value. It was
No.
supposed to be like an investment community. I don't know if there was a single investment that maybe there was, but the thing's down bad, right? And one of the reasons why everybody compares it to what's it called, well 3, but the yoga pets is they kind of were all at the same, they launched the same time. It was like, one of the groups, like Ray was doing really good, Kyung's, all their projects. And dudes, these are like a copy, right? They just copy pasted the MVP strategy. They did the auction. They look identical
The
to
artist is the same.
like, yeah, same artist, same style of the MVPs, but also the Genesis Kyung's ones. And they're down, it was like what, 3 ETH or maybe even
This was
more.
5.
It was okay. So they literally copy pasted well 3 and Memeland. They're currently at 0.046. Yeah, I don't know who's buying these, but there was another project. So it was kind of just this like cabal together. There was the Alex dude from Cyberkongs. He launched Ear Pits. Same thing. This thing's at like 0.0015. I'm not sure if they ever delivered any value here or if they ever promised any value. Maybe it was just a PFP, but they kind of just, they made millions of dollars and they took it, which is like, it's fine. Alex blocked me after I tagged him. Like, I don't know, dude, if you make $1 million, like, are you that much of a pussy that you're going to freaking block me for tagging you? Like, own up to it. You're chilling on millions. Like, I don't know. Don't yeah. I don't know. But I did see also, didn't the Olive X dude, this guy, didn't he launch another project? Yeah, 404 Dune.
Yeah.
Which was backed or is backed apparently by Animoca. And this thing too has just been like, what's happening? Did he just abandon this or is he still building it? Like, it's at 500K market cap.
This guy just loves to launch things. This guy literally never proved anything. He never did anything. He piggybacked off of Beamland and all of his buddies, and he just raised like all this money. And now he wrote a book on how to launch a successful NFT project. And he literally wrote a book. If you go look on ETH Apple's thing, like on his tweet, you can see it. But it's like, dude, this guy literally didn't do anything. And he just, and the thing that sucks is that, I don't know if you remember this, but with that Taiji and with this thing, part of like the selling point was that you got whitelist for everyone else in the cabal, like, for you got whitelist for the project. So like if you minted like a Taiji, you got whitelist for Yoga Pets, and then like if you did Olive X, like you got whitelist for the other one. And it was like they just like basically did this whole thing. And yeah, dude, it was just unbelievable how much money. The thing is like, if I raised that much money, I would work my ass off to make that work. Like I would, but it seems like these guys literally just took the money and did nothing. Like that's what's unbelievable to me. And then this dude comes back and then he launches another token, and it's a 404. I don't know why Animoca backed this. And then that died, and he doesn't even tweet about it, dude. He tweets like the most random shit. And so I don't know this guy, but from the outside looking in, it's like he just like, my thing is, it's like, why did people give him like so much credit? Like what, like, was it only because of Memeland?
No, I think I'm like trying to, because I see him posting all this fitness stuff, and I think he did have a product. I'm like trying to I'm trying to remember. I had a few calls with him. I think he did have a product. So maybe he had like a successful, I don't know here why he's posting like we signed a yoga person. I'm not sure it's for what. At least he's still posting stuff. But versus like Alex, I blocked so I can't see, but he hadn't posted in months. But yeah, I have no idea why Animoca backed this thing. Yeah, this is just weird. But at the end of the day, I mean, look, we're responsible for what we buy, right?
Yeah.
We can't, whatever they do, but we can't like blame them. We're responsible for whatever we do. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of these out there. I'd love to hear, what Ray's opinion is on all this stuff. Like they all leaned on him so heavy. Like they all.
I would love to hear their opinions on this too. Like, I would love to hear.
I mean, what are they going to say?
Well, like these guys, like I would love to hear like what they think that they did. You know, like I would love to hear it from, because they basically don't talk about it, right? And so like that's my thing is I'm like, what is it that they, and maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally like whatever, but I do think that it was fair for Apple to bring it up because
100%, 100%.
I think it was fair for him to bring it up. And as you know, like we do talk about the stuff that's in the space and like we obviously speculate on stuff. And it's just like, what I would love to hear from them, what they did to justify that kind of money raised. That's what I would love to hear.
But the funny thing, they don't have, they just did it. They don't have to like justify it, right? Like where are the idiots who gave it to them? Say, dude, I invested in Well3, I got wrecked. Like the market cap, the fully diluted market cap is down 75% from the raised value. Like this thing has gotten wrecked. And I mean, that's why I guess why Ryan said like he's prepping his rug. I mean, you know what's funny here? One thing he says is provide refunds or compensation. And I remember for Yoga Pets when it minted, he said if we go under mint price in like within X amount of time, well, I think it was 3 months or something, and he was like, "Oh, you get a refund." And then after a week, he was like, "Yeah, screw the refund things."
Just kidding. Just
After
kidding.
the price was going down. Yeah, I mean, I remember he was also posting like his house and everything, and everybody was giving him shit. Like, it doesn't mean the money that and he's allowed to buy a house. I don't know, dude. If I raise an NFT and people give me $5 million, like I'm doing what I want with the money. And yeah, it might make me a bad person if I don't put that money into the company, but at the end of the day, it's my money. So that's kind of how I look at it. Like, we're the idiots for giving whoever money. Same thing like when you put it in a meme coin or a pre-sale. Like when Maki Big Brother did that pre-sale and he kept 31 of the $40 million for himself. Like, it's fair game, dude. Like,
that's so crazy to think about. He just got away with that, like no issues. What in the fuck, dude? Is that not crazy? How he made
no,
like,
it definitely is. Yeah. I mean, didn't the first time he make money too? I want to be careful because he sues people, but I heard bad things about how he made his first money. So
I
it's
don't
like not
know. I
shocking.
love Machi. Machi's the best.
What was the other project? Oh, dude, I remember when his friend he did his friend tech keys and he made us all wait, and then he swept them all. And like, so were we shocked that he did that with his own coin?
Game is game. He knows that he can do whatever, and it doesn't
Exactly. Yeah,
matter.
exactly. We give these people power. Like, if you empower them, they're just gonna do what they want. And at the end of the day, everybody's gonna forget about it. And like, he's chilling with his family. They have $30 million. Like, they love him. Do you think he cares about what the internet is saying? Like, no, who gives a shit? I don't know. I feel like I'm justifying scammers here. I'm not. It's wrong.
The thing is that there's no sort of recourse. Like there's
Agreed.
no
Yeah, yeah,
like
agreed. Especially that it's global. It's not like
yeah.
just in America where you would get arrested or wrecked.
Even in
Uh,
America, it doesn't matter. Like that's the thing. It's
yeah,
like
you just pay a fine, worst case, and
yeah. The thing is that people love to talk about scammers and whatever, but it's like they just don't give them money. Like
yeah,
if you don't want to get like it's like anything else. If you don't want to get scammed, then don't give anybody money. It's like you wouldn't have sent like some random person on the internet money 10 years ago for anything,
yeah.
like for anything at all. And now everyone's like, oh, well, you know what we actually didn't talk about was that GM coin. You know what I'm talking about? That
No.
dude. Let me look this up. Hold on.
You know what? Speaking of this whole celebrity stuff, did you see 6ix9ine? He's back. He
Yeah.
put his NFT as his PFP. Or no, he put a retardio as his PF, like a custom one as his PFP. And here he's justifying that it's him. Um, yeah, he's like, let's pump this crypto shit. So I guess he's gonna be launching something again. He saw Soldier Boy and some of these other guys. Yeah, he's like interacting with Thread Guy and Frank and Wizard of Soho. Yeah, so he seems to be prepping something. He's using words like "jeet."
Yeah.
Hi
I'm
guys,
tr-
I'm back. Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to find this, but I should have pulled it up.
I'll just read some comments while you look for that. DJ here saying, "Do you guys think Ray is somewhat aware of these rugs from his friends?" Well, he's 100% aware. He literally knows them IRL and eats dinner with them. Yeah, he's 100%. I think he started to like pull back a bit from Kyung's. Um, I think, dude, he just wanted to support. It's like, dude, even now there's like people that I know who are launching projects, and it's always awkward. It's always, I mean, I try to just give them the, feedback, legit feedback on, especially when they ask me for money. I've had some like good friends in Web3 who come out with a project and like, hey, do you want to invest in this thing? And I'm just like, no. And then they get mad and like, but we're friends. And I'm like, yeah, we're friends. So don't ask me for money, you know? And I give them feedback on why it's bad, and they can choose to go fix it or try to fix it, and then maybe once it's fixed, if it is, I'll invest. But it's always awkward. So I'm sure Ray went through the same thing when people are like, hey, can I use your name? I get that too. Like, hey, can I put you in my pitch deck, or can I put you? I typically say no unless I believe in the product, because it's like a risk for me, and I know people are going to come ask me like, hey, I saw your name here. Like, are you backing this thing? Are you behind it? Do you invest? And then I'm going to have a conversation like, no, I just know him and I'm letting him use my name. And then like, what if that dude scams, or what if that dude completely fails? Then like people are going to hold me responsible if they invested because of me. And that's kind of what happened with Ray. But I don't think like, Ray knew any of this was going to happen. I think he thought they had the best intentions, and he was kind of just like, yeah, people in Web3 support each other. Yeah, and it's very possible that Kyung's and this Olive X dude, like I'm sure I had multiple calls with the dude from Olive X, and he seemed like a nice guy. I'm sure maybe their intentions when they started were good, but then when the money comes in so easily before delivering anything, I think it kind of changes you. So I
I
just got a
found
DM. Oh, you found it? Oh yeah, here. So what was this? Oh yeah,
this was
just to finish my thought, I think it changes you, and maybe people get lazier. They realize they took on a big challenge, but then you're not going to give the money back. Obviously, who gives back except for Ash? Who gives back money?
yeah.
So what was this?
This was a pre-sale where they raised like $30 million, kept most of the money, and then every single person that sent for it lost money. And it was this GM.ai thing, the operating layer of Solana AI. And it was like this super hype thing that raised like tons of money, and they just pushed it, and then they launched it, and it just completely fucking failed.
Did they try to deliver anything, or was it just a scam from the beginning?
Just a scam.
Yeah. We're gonna keep having these. It's not going anywhere. You just gotta watch it. Sometimes if you would have put in your money and it would have mooned, you look at all the celeb coins and look at Mother, right? Everybody, all these, send them to jail, blah, blah, blah. And then Iggy, everybody's like praising her because her token went up. Like, it's hard to get these tokens to go up. People don't know. People don't know what to do, right? They launch something, they get a bit of hype. It's like catching lightning in a bottle, and Iggy managed to do that, as did Tate's coin. And you got to keep it going. But here's somebody saying, thoughts on San Fran Tokyo Visions, dude. I haven't spoken to the team, or I haven't I'm still holding like 8. I have no idea, to be honest. I'll have to look into that one. I know they have their anime token thing, but yeah, I haven't looked at that in a minute, dude. I'll take a look. Wait, no, I won't pull that one up. Okay, Rumja, or I don't know how to say his name. The Olive X dude is an ex-employee from Animoca Brands, so the connections. Any thoughts on Dark Machines? Look, low supply, free mint, backed by Tencent, allegedly. So I'm hoping it could do good. I'm not expecting anything crazy unless they're market making. If they're market making, sure, then it could do really well. I hope they do, but I'm not expecting anything crazy. Hopefully, like it hits like a 0.2 or 0.3 since the supply is so low. But I'm not I'm not going in thinking it's going to be 1 ETH. You know, I want to like lower my expectations, but they have some good backers, so hopefully it can do well. I had criticized them on their IP, like their branding and stuff. I know they were supposed to fix their website. Okay, they haven't fixed the website. Like, I don't like the website at all. I think this needs to be fixed like significantly, especially when you're doing a game. It's all about selling people. So if you can't sell them on the IP, if you can't sell them, like, this is their Twitter feed is literally just like a cheap plugin, you know, like this is like a WordPress site or something. So this is horrible to me. Like, this starts off at a very, you know, bad place, especially when you have such big backers. But hopefully they're just focused on building the game. The mint is in 3 days, so I'm hoping it can do well. But yeah, look, I have whitelist. I'll mint it. It's free, and I'll probably just, depending on the price. I was going to say hold it, but it'll really depend on the floor price and what they have planned. I don't know if they have like a token airdrop or anything. I remember when a lot of people were like bull posting this trailer. It's, to me, it's also a niche game. You know, these like mech robots. So they have definitely a challenge, but if it's backed by Tencent, Dark Machine, it's rabbit hole. I'm not sure what that means. The Dark Machine, Dark Mechaverse, Dark MAGA. Is this why the Trump started a Telegram?
Coded.
Have another launch today. More half hour. Can you guys take a look? Which one? Oh, yeah. I know it's different. Which one, Octane? Thoughts on Gabriel Layden? People saying he's back. I think they're saying that because didn't he post, or didn't the Digidaigaku account? No, he posted. He posted about their contract. Yeah, he just, or no, Limit Break posted and he commented on it. We're celebrating 2 years. Oh my god, dude, 2 years. Let me move this from you. 2 years since our free mint, and we're excited to share details on our progress. So they're just talking about like how much money their contract that they made has done in royalties. But like, I don't know. I know a lot of people started talking about them again, so maybe that's kind of why they came out of the woodwork.
I'm all blocked, so
They blocked you?
yeah.
Really? Even from Digidaigaku and Limit Break?
Not those. I think I muted those after Gabriel blocked me for no reason.
For no reason, or you like took a shot at him?
No, I didn't do anything.
Oh, that's random, dude.
I made that Super Bowl skit that last year, which did really well.
How dare you?
But
I'm blocked too. Dude, I can't. I've never blocked anybody except for a scammer. Sorry, I cut you off. Please keep going.
no, I just don't like, he literally blocked everyone, and I'm like, okay, I'm never gonna touch any of your shit then.
Yeah, I'll never agree with the blocking. I think it's like a weak move. Like,
He's just
I've
not a
muted
good leader.
people. Yeah, I've muted people, but I'll never block somebody. I mean, I don't mind them, dude. Igor especially, like we've had some good back and forth. Look, I think what happens with these things is they get a lot of hype. It's hard to keep up the hype, and then, you know, now they're in build mode. So hopefully they come out with a really good game, and hopefully the NFTs do well. Let's go see what they're at. NFTs. One of the issues was they launched way too many NFTs. Digidaigaku. What are they at? They're at a 2.7 ETH floor. I mean, obviously still down from the crazy highs of like what they hit. They hit 16 at the beginning. Yeah, for like a day. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's the worst bet, dude. They raised so much money. I'm sure they're building something. This DJ giving you flowers here, saying the Super Bowl skit was so good. I mean, the Super Bowl thing in general was a weird one, dude. Whatever. I got you. I hit the free mint and I flipped it, so I'm happy. Are you excited about On-Chain Heroes or Loot Legends? On-Chain Heroes, I think that's this one. To be honest, I only saw this last night because somebody called it. JS called it. So yeah, I saw Hunter's in here. So I asked Hunter I'm like, did they just post you, or are you like, did you do something? So it's like all approved. Yeah, no, I don't know much about that. This is one I have to look into. I'll try to get a whitelist for it or something. It's kind of, it's like built by, there's somebody from Wolf Game involved or who's supporting. Yeah, Wolf Game, Bry from Wolf Game is supporting it, but I don't think he's involved. Yeah. You think VC even made their money back yet? On what? On Digidaigaku? Absolutely not. But VC's they're long term, dude. This is like Gabe has a really big background from Web 2 gaming, and he's had like some huge successes. So when they invest in him, they're not thinking of like a timeline like us, dude. They're thinking of probably 5-10 year timeline for him to build like another $1 billion company, multi-billion, with the amount that they put in. So I don't think they even care, to be honest. If they knew the NFTs were coming out and they flipped the NFTs, sure, but they put in hundreds of millions of dollars here. So this is a 10-year timeline horizon, if not longer.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Octan sent me Fefe is some dog that's launching. I've never heard of this one, to be honest. I don't know, maybe Ash did, but
yeah, I saw it.
Fefe on ETH. Do you know anything about it?
No, I just haven't had a chance to like look into stuff yet today, but I did hear
dog.
about it.
It's a cute poodle.
I'm tired of the dogs.
Yeah, there's too many, but no, I don't know anything about this one, to be honest. Who do they follow? Dolce and Gabbana. That is random. Speaking of Dolce and Gabbana, what's their NFT doing? Persona. Not sure what about Persona. I mean, didn't their token get absolutely cooked? I think their token did worse than Well 3. I'm not touching these. This is another case of like the art. And I know I think I saw Loki post about like how a lot of people use their art on the timeline, but like unless there's a token behind, like who cares about the art, Look, I love art, but I'm not buying something like this for the art. Unless, it's not a bad PFP and it's cheap, like whatever. If you want to play the whole I'm in Web3 game. But what's behind this? Like they already launched their token, from my understanding. It did not do well. So this versus something like Goat Gaming, where like I love the art for Goat Gaming, I wouldn't buy it just for the art. But there's an airdrop coming, and I personally believe the airdrop is going to do very well, higher than the current floor. So that's why I have 30, and that's why I haven't sold. The art is just like a nice little cherry on top, but yeah. Tokyo. Two people saying Tokyo Beast. Tokyo Beast. That's an older one. Like, did I pull my headphones? Yeah. Tokyo Beast. I have mixed opinions on it. I heard it's like a really good Web 2 team. I think I tried to collab with them a very long while back, and it wasn't. I don't know. They weren't down. The collabs were weird, from my understanding. I see you, Ash, here as a prominent supporter.
Yes.
Yeah, wait, I messed up my headphones. Talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I pulled my wire too hard. Hopefully I didn't break them. Yeah, I don't know, dude. To me, look, I hope they do well. They have a token. I got asked to invest. I didn't invest. It's like a known Web 2 team or something, like out of Japan or I forget where. In my mind, it was another like D Labs where, unfortunately D Labs, they like kind of didn't know what to do in Web 3. I hope they do well. I really hope they do well for their NFTs, for their token. But yeah, I didn't invest. So I guess I'm not one of the supporters. Yeah. Damn, 12 ETH off the, or no, 1.2 ETH. Okay, it looks smaller. Yeah, a lot of people got wrecked off of that one. But I think this is a good spot to end it, guys. We went over a little bit. Appreciate everybody for joining. Hit that like button if you liked it, because it really helps us reach wider audience, especially with the new algo on YouTube. We do this every single Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern. We also post a ton of content on our Twitters and YouTube, so be sure to go follow that. That is it for today. Let me pull up our wonderful outro. Thank you, Peyton, for making this for us. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Peace.